Fragrance Shop we're likely to be the first for fragrance. We're a major retailer in the UK.
Our mission is to be the first for fragrance, but also looking at new categories, how we expand our business and make it future fit.
In the past, we had some major challenges with training. We had quite complicated paper documents.
We'd have thick A4 training modules.
We really struggled to get staff engagement, and with the opening hours and the range of stores, it was really difficult to keep people at the same point.
We really needed to find a solution that would mean that everybody would get exactly the same consistent training throughout.
When Scentbox was first released, I was so excited. It was different, it was colourful, there was bursting bubbles.
It was fun, it was innovative.
And something completely different to anything I'd seen before.
So within each module, there's different types of games.
You can repeat the question as many times as you want.
So sometimes I'll think, okay, I can do this one really fast, and then they move the answers. And I've gone for the same one and they've moved it, and I'm like, oh, I didn't read that properly. So then I'll have to go back and do it again.
So almost getting it wrong the first time is the right thing to do.
You can fail over and over again, and it isn't failure, it's learning.
The fact that you can do it on your mobile phone is a real positive as well, so it's really handy.
So they're able to do the training in the comfort of their own home with no judgment, or on the way to university, or while the baby's having a nap.
It's not like they have to wait to come into work to get onto a computer to read a PDF.
Being able to do it on my phone is reminding me of the heart notes, the base notes, the top notes. It's giving me those key words which builds the confidence of the customer in me and me in the brand. So it's like a circle of confidence.
The competitive nature is extreme.
I've got two members of staff, one's an assistant manager and one's a manager, who always want to be top 5. And I remember being on a conference call and the assistant manager was like, did you see that I put you off the top spot? Later on that day, I got a screenshot through from the person who'd been knocked off the top spot, sending me through, just saying, just showing you, I'm back at number 1.
We are all about being the best that we can be. So providing training, gamification that the kids of today are used to playing made it a perfect choice. So since Attensi launch, I think we've filled a skills gap of about 85% from an onboarding point of view. We think it's great. You can onboard every day of the week.
Get loads of feedback, all very positive across the board in every sense.
So we've seen over 1 million playthroughs. On average, each team member will play through each module on average 7 times.
The way we treat our customers has gone up 100-fold.
We find that they're totally engaged and our engagement levels have absolutely rocketed. We set a bar of about 85% for our staff engagement and completion, and we're in the high 90s consistently on a rolling average month in, month out.
And from a training point of view, it's 5 times as quick, and we're a business that likes to go faster. We want to stay ahead of the competition. Attensi provides us with a platform and facilitates that every day for us. It's great.